What's up, everyone? Welcome back to No Warp Gate to Grandmaster. In the last episode, we figured out two things. The first one is that my crazy flower formation strategy didn't quite work out as well, but the idea is cool and we can definitely do it better. So if I do it again in this episode, we do have some pointers of what to improve. Now, if you didn't watch the last episode, it must sound freaking ridiculous to hear me say a flower formation strategy, but you guys will get it at some point. Don't worry about it. And the other thing is that I feel like I have a slight advantage in the super early game. And I say super early game instead of early game because even when the clock hits like 5 minutes or so, our advantage is pretty much wiped away. But against those really early cheeses and just really early interactions, we actually do have a lot of freaking units very fast. And that, I don't know, I feel like it's led us to some pretty decent victories. Like whenever we take fights early on, like whenever we get proxied or so, I think this strategy is actually looking pretty solid. So I suppose that is what I need to be trying to abuse the most. Now we're playing a PvP here, which is the perfect matchup to abuse that in, because PvPs are typically a little cheesy, a little early game focused, especially if we're going to get proxied. I would say that there's a good chance we can get ahead from that. I was actually kind of surprised. I thought I misplaced this pylon, to be honest, but it still fits, so that's nice. Now, I do need to make sure to mine with one less probe and gas than I normally would. I'm going to be blocking this gateway. It's always very annoying. I know how to annoy my opponents, guys. Trust me. I'm a veteran at this point. I think I can block the cybernetics core as well, which is going to be really nice. I'm pretty sure you're going to want to put the cybernetics core down, my friend. Okay, there we go. Actually, pretty decent location still. Could have blocked that a little bit better, but still completely fine for me. I guess that core is delayed by like 5 seconds or something, which is really not bad. Now, how do I want to do this? I guess I can slowly take my gases. It's a little awkward because on one hand, I don't want the gas, but my minerals are already saturated, so I guess I will take the gas anyway. Maybe I can use my warp gateless being to try and expand a little faster without making probes. I think that's not even a crazy idea. Well, what I'm doing... Oh, dude. I was in my head, I was like, wait, my strategy is stupid because I need gas for the warp gate, you know? Like, I can't actually make two stalkers here. I need gas for the warp gate. But I can theoretically expand really fast because I'm not getting the warp gate and because I don't need to make extra probes for the gas. And then I still have two stalkers to attack with. I do really like this. I think I might have to add a couple more gateways fast, though. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't cancel the pylon already, because my gateway units have already escaped. He's got to let it finish. I want to say that must be an accident. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but that seems a little questionable to spend 100 minerals on that, to be honest. Now, if he made a sentry... I didn't see a second stalker there, guys. If he made a sentry, he could actually be... Oh, no, he did go for the second stalker. He just... for some reason, it was a little late. Actually, I have no idea why it was late. Maybe I just missed it. Now, let's see. I guess I'll just make a couple extra gateways already. I'm not going to take any shield damage or any HP damage on these stalkers, I think, which is nice. He can totally shoot that, by the way. It kind of looks like he's proxying me because he's chasing me so hard. He wouldn't be chasing me because he saw that I had 4 stalkers already, unless he was going to go for something cheesy himself. Now, what I'm going to do is transfer my workers over to the natural, even a couple of the ones that are mining gas, because I simply do not need the gas for this. Now, I am a little suspicious. The way his units were positioned, it looks like he did have an expansion. But I'm also not 100% convinced, to be honest. Like, it was definitely a little sketch. I'm kind of tempted to make a battery, but that would also be a little bit of a money waste as well if I don't need it, I think. Then I'm going to throw this one. How many stalkers do you need to one-shot a stalker? I think it's... I don't know, like 12 or something. I would like to have that amount of stalkers as fast as I possibly can and then walk across the map with them. But I feel like it might be a little much as well to get that going. I haven't made a lot of probes, by the way. I only have 28 probes, which is very little. Now, I mean, I did say I wanted to make use of my stronger super early game. So I guess that is what we're doing. I don't have any detection. I don't have any tech at all, really. So this is, you know, I'm kind of putting it all on the line here with this one attack. And let's see what our opponent has in his natural. At this point, I'm pretty sure he does have the natural. Maybe I can snipe a sentry. That would be nice. We are going to get a sentry already. Maybe another one as well. He does have force fields available, at least one. This amount of sentries does make me believe that he is going for a more normal macro play. You wouldn't usually make this many sentries if you're just going to chill, right? So, oh, he's actually going to drop a force field there, surprisingly enough. Is there a battery overcharge? I hope I can force the battery overcharge early. Okay, there we go. It's out already. Gonna lose one stalker for that, but that's really not that bad. And now I think I'm just gonna start mining gas again. My third base is being built already. I mean, this is obviously a really messed up strategy here because I don't have any tech. I'm not gonna have blink. I'm not gonna have immortal. So, you know, no detection. So I guess we're just gonna have to see how this is gonna go. I have 11 stalkers here. Can I one-shot stalkers with this? That is the question. I guess we're gonna find out now. Oh, it is enough, actually. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, he actually targeted the wrong one. Okay, so it looks like you either need 10 or 11. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna be able to kill these stalkers through the batteries quite fast. And my early game advantage might actually be doing it. Oh my god, it's actually working. Okay, not bad. What did the... Yeah, he probably... Yeah, he had blink and... Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. You guys realize what happened? Our opponent didn't have warp gate. Because he made +1 air. Oh, no. Dude. Oh, man. I mean, I love my strategy, but the thing is, now I don't even know if it's good or not because my opponent was doing basically the same because he made +1. Oh, I feel so bad for this guy. +1 air attack. That is a freaking long upgrade as well. Look at this. I have 2 more gateways than him. I have a third base building. He only has 2 gates and blink because he made +1 air attack. Well, I guess a warm-up game isn't just a warm-up for me, but also for my opponent. Hope he has a little more luck in his next games. And for us, let's keep it going. Game number 2 is going to be against a Zerg player. And we know this Zerg player because we played against him twice in the Raven Mine Challenge. Now, guys, we have another reason to feel bad for our last opponent because he was actually our highest MMR opponent yet. He was Grandmaster MMR. So that was a little bit of a painful mistake. I can tell you guys that a Grandmaster is not going to be happy losing to someone chrono boosting 4 normal gateways across the map. That one's gonna sting a little bit, especially because of the hefty MMR loss, right? So I guess we beat our first Grandmaster, guys. There we go. a little bit sad for the opponent there, but that's okay. That happens. I mean, since we're playing on the US server, he's most likely playing in the middle of the night, so maybe I just encouraged him to go and get some sleep, which would be, you know, a pretty good effect as well. Now, we're playing a PvZ here, guys, and the last time we played PvZ, we were trying the flower formation that I was talking about in the intro. And I would like to do it a little better. The problem is that I'm not quite sure how yet. So what the flower formation was is that I would make little flower formations on the map, just in case you guys didn't see it, with 1 pylon surrounded by 4 gateways. And I kind of wanted to try use that to hit multiple bases at once. Oh, that's actually a pretty late hatchery, I believe, right? Does kind of look like a late hatchery to me. To attack multiple bases at once. The problem is what happened is that, let's say, I think I had groups of 4 gateways mostly. So I had 4 gateways here, 4 gateways here. Is that it was a little bit too inefficient in the trades. So I guess it seemed pretty strong. Up to some degree, but at some point, one group of the units that I was sending, I think it was, I mean, that time it doesn't really matter, but it was on the left side. I remember we were playing on Golden Hour. Opponent spot in the top left. Like on this side of the map, I kept taking very inefficient trades because I was basically fighting with half my army all the time, right? And at some point, we just got overwhelmed by a gajillion units. So I think the way we can avoid that is by just executing it a little smarter. Instead of rallying non-stop zealots, for example, I should maybe go a little more timing oriented. So instead of doing that, I could potentially go, let's say, get +1 attack and charge, and then hit here with 15 zealots and here with 15, instead of just rallying 4 zealots non-stop, right? I think that sounds like a decent idea. Now, for now, I can continue making that warp gate upgrade because the overlord is going to be a little sus. Or he's going to see it, and actually I might even fake him that he thinks I'm not playing a Stargate build because usually you wouldn't make Warp Gate that fast if you were playing Stargate, so that could be a quite interesting side effect. Now, as soon as this Twilight finishes, I will... Wait, it actually doesn't have third base yet. That's a little suspicious. I will cancel that Warp Gate so I can afford my Twilight upgrade. I didn't even start it on purpose, by the way. I just realized it within like 5 seconds that I started, and I saw the overload, and I was like, huh, wait, this could actually be a pretty nice mind game here, you know? Now, what do I go for? I would love to go for Glaives, because I do really like Glaive Adepts. I have no idea how well Glaives is going to work when you're just, you know, chrono boosting your gateways from home. I do kind of want to sacrifice a couple of Adepts first. First of all, I want to get... Oh, okay. This is a really, really good info here. I was going to say, I want to get some info. Well, now we got that info, so that is nice. Let's see. I'm going to try to shade through. Is there a decent amount of drones here? There are a couple drones. Okay, so we don't have to be too paranoid. I'm going to make a pylon here. Even though we won't have access to warpins, I can still make a battery there, of course, which is really nice. Let's see, I'm going to shade those back and then move forward to see if the links are coming across. Like, what's interesting about a build like this is that you can afford a lot more stuff with the same attack. In fact, I feel like this is something I might even want to try at the highest level to go for. Like, look, I'm making a third base, right? I'm making a third base while making glaives, but the third base is still fast, and I think our time is going to be decent. And this game, to be honest, I wasn't even trying to hit a particular timing. I just kind of made whatever, and then my brain was like, oh, this would be pretty good with glaives, you know? So now I end up playing glaives. So I could probably do a build that is even more efficient with this, and that'd be very interesting. Oh, he's gonna go for a big attack. Okay, this actually... Yo, he almost messed that up really badly, which is pretty funny, to be honest, but I think he saved himself right away. Sadly for him, I have made 1 million adepts, and I don't think he's going to be breaking us here, guys. Wait, now I wonder how bad this would have been for me if I didn't play mass units from the Chrono Boost, because I would have had to wait for the Warpin, but now, dude, this strategy, I feel like our opponents are kind of running into a brick wall with me doing these freaking weird, you know, no Warp Gate builds, because I keep having, like, I mean... The first guy was obviously very unlucky, but this guy was also very unlucky. Like, he's going for a strategy. Let's say I'm going for Warp Gate, right? You would probably make 3 units and then wait for the Warp Gate and then warp in units, but I was making Adepts non-stop. So first of all, I had a bunch of Adepts to scout his Zerglings, but then even when he hit, I already had 6 Adepts and a freaking Zealot, which is insane. Even now, I was gonna have 10 Adepts with Glaives. Now, I do have to admit, this isn't all bad luck. He's also hitting a little bit too late here. With 27 workers, that is definitely way too late, because the thing is, I think the first warp-in is actually around this time. So if he hit here, a normal glaive adept timing would have been warping 4 adepts already, so this wouldn't have worked anyway. So this guy, even though he was a bit unlucky with my strategy, he also should really work on the build, because this build can hit way sharper. For us, that's a second very comfortable win. Let's go to the final game. Right, the final game of the day is a rematch against iHasTies, our 4th match against him. Now, what I think, guys, is that his last build was probably just an instinct. I don't think he planned for that. I think at some point he was just like, the adepts went home, frick it, let's just go for it. Because I've seen that style of build before, and I really don't think it's supposed to be with that many drones. Like, I think that should even, like, properly hit before, like, an Oracle or something. Or maybe when the first Oracle's, like, leaving the base. It's just... It should hit very, very fast, and definitely not that late. Because if it hits that late, I feel like it should actually never work against either someone making Adepts or going for the standard target and making Oracles, right? Now, I mean, we had all these ideas last time. I guess I'm going to continue on the same thought process of wanting to go for, like, a better flower format attack. But, I mean, if our opponent's going to play something like that in the last game, who knows what he's going to have in store for us this time. Let's see, there's no base yet, so that's already a little suspicious. I didn't actually scout early enough to block it, which means that this drone... I mean, he might be going to take another base, but he either took a base already or he has an early pull, because that hatchery should have been down already by that point. Let's see. Oh, no. Wait, okay, I hope for him he has the gold, or else his base got delayed by an absolutely unreasonable amount. Like, that hatchery 100% should have been down by the time my probe arrived there, but he doesn't have a pool, so... Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna check the gold base in case. Can I pass here? See, did he mine it open? He did not mine it open. Okay, I think we're just gonna be a little ahead from this opening then, because our opponent's gas was... Or our opponent's base was significantly delayed. Now, I think what I'm gonna do here is... I would kind of like to hit a Zealot timing attack as well, but that feels a little ridiculous. Let's see, where can I put this? I can put this over here. That seems nice. Gonna go for a second gateway. Oh, I should have made the core first and then the second gateway. I don't know why I did it this order. It's a little silly. I think it's because I had in my head that I wanted to make Zealots. So I just started the gateway instantly, right? I kind of wanted to make 2 Zealots and then 2 Adepts and see how that build would work out. I do need to make another pylon. Guess I'll build that now. Is that a third hatchery? Oh, okay. Huh. This is a bit of an interesting build by him, right? Like he didn't have the base early, but then he has his third base super fast. Okay, I mean, I haven't seen someone do a build like this, so this is actually quite interesting to me. I do always feel like there are very likely to be certain small adjustments to builds, even the best builds that the pros do, that would be like an improvement, you know? Like, I feel like maybe like an AI at some point could like calculate that if you delay your hatchery by 2 supply, the rest of your build works out 10 times better. Well, not 10 times, but you guys know what I mean, right? Something like that would be pretty sick. So I'm gonna go across with 2 Zealots. This is a very weird attack, but that is kind of my jam, as you guys know. I think I'm gonna cut out of gas completely now my base is finished. I do like the idea of going for the early Twilight, because I don't even know necessarily what upgrade I want to build, but I feel like I want an upgrade. Wait, did he see my units, or did he just feel like pulling back there? I couldn't quite tell. Gonna go for the Forge as well. Now, these units are gonna be really good against the Queen. That's why the Zealots are nice, because nothing can really beat a Queen early on, but Zealots are actually quite decent against them. Let's see, I want to make sure to target the Zerglings. That Queen is stuck there, by the way. I think that's just a dead Queen, guys. He's gonna lose a Queen this early to my... Well, he probably never saw a 2 Zealot attack coming, which understandably he did it. These Zealots are popping off so hard. What the hell? Yeah, I feel like I'm just inventing random shit that is just working out for some reason. I'm gonna escape with the Zealots. These are gonna get into the main base. At least I think I'm gonna escape with the Zealots. Couldn't quite tell. Wait, okay, that was a transfer. I thought he was gonna do the same attack again, but that was actually just a transfer. And this early gateway aggression, every single game so far, is just working wonders for me. These Adepts are as slippery as Reapers somehow. I don't even know how that's possible, but they really couldn't be caught. Let's see, if I micro these perfectly, I might... No, okay, it's a couple too many links. But if I, you know, prioritize the right units, I might be able to escape there, but I guess not. So I'm gonna get Glaives and +1 attack, which in combination sounds really stupid because Glaives already 2-shot, or Adepts already 2-shot Workers and Zerglings, so you don't really need that. Now, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to do the attack again because he... Wait, I lost 1 Zealot. Because he did just kill a lot of my units, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna try the same attack again. I'm gonna go for 4 gateways over here. I guess I'm just gonna keep chronoing my stuff. I'm still just on 1 gas, but I really feel pretty comfortable with just the 1 gas, to be honest. Like, do I really need anything more than this? Wait, maybe I should have... I just thought of a really stupid timing. What if I make armor? Because armor would actually help the Adepts. Imagine if you went for a Glaive Adept attack with +1 armor, so the Adepts and Queens and stuff are way less efficient. That actually sounds pretty awesome. I'm going to keep that one in my back pocket for another episode here. I mean, this time I can't do it anymore because I already went for the attack upgrade. Now, I think this is enough Adepts. Actually, I'll make 2 more just for the defense. I'll make a battery here. 4th Nexus is already on the way. And maybe this is going to be the time where I can set up my first little proxy setup out on the map. Gonna make charge as well, of course. Now, these are gonna have Glaives. +1 attack is not gonna be finished yet. I think I'm just gonna shade through because... Oh, okay, that looks like we're being all-in. Gonna have to be very careful here. There's no drones here whatsoever. Unless he just moved all of the drones away in reaction. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's out on the map, so maybe that's what's going on here. Oh, I was actually trying to cancel those. Yeah, that is a little bit of a painful mistake, not gonna lie. I realized... I didn't look at the minimap, but I realized there were no units at my Adepts and I could kill the Queen. So I wanted to cancel those. That sadly didn't happen for me. I'm just going to be making a lot of batteries. Now, these are the kind of attacks that we have struggled a bit with before, right? Because I can't warp in units, which means that my... You know, my army gets online a little slower. Like, we're past the part of the game where my challenge can actually be considered a little bit stronger because the early game, right, is over now. So I think I'm just going to make a lot of Zealots and a lot of batteries. That's the plan here. Charge is going to finish somewhat soon in 40 seconds plus chrono boost time, I guess. Probably going to make it like 30 seconds or something. Now we are 100% going to be attacked here. If he wouldn't attack us after that start, killing all my depths and having that many units, I would be very surprised. I mean, at this point, he's already done some weird stuff, but I would be very, very surprised. I have 4 bases, and our opponent didn't have drones at his 3rd. Like, please attack me. You can't attack me with those drones in the last game and then not attack me now. That would just be pure insanity. I mean, I'm not really the kind of person that is allowed to complain about insanity, as you guys know, but still, that's pure insanity. Okay, so I'm gonna make a bunch over here. I think about 4 gateways. The problem is, actually, no, I can mine. Wait, I can mine it out with the same probe if he hasn't mined it out himself. Ooh. I feel like I could be doing this a little bit smarter. Like, I feel like I could, for example, wall something off. Like, maybe I should wall this off with gateways, you know? Because now it is gonna get caught. Wait, I wonder if I can do like a double flower to save the pylon. Or is there going to be like a little too much? Let's see. Roaches might not be able to... Dude, you can make so many gateways from one pylon. Holy... Look at this. Isn't that insane? Oh my god. I didn't know you could make that many. Now I'm going to take the gold base behind it as well. I guess since I'm not going to make any like robos or something, I can just use my robo hotkey for this. I'm going to make... Can I make any more? Okay, that's it, I think, right? Yeah, look at this. Oh my god, that is 12 gateways on a single pylon. That's freaking crazy. Now, these I'm going to try shading into... Oh, wait, didn't I just send the probe here? I'm going to try shade them... Wait, maybe I should check this base first. No, he doesn't have it. Okay, that's fine, though. Maybe I should get some detection so I can clear up this freaking creep, because the creep is going to get a little bit annoying. And then what I need to do is I need to mine out one of these patches so my zealots can pass through. That is the plan. Yeah, I feel like this strategy already looks a lot better. I'm not quite sure of the positioning and stuff, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. Our supply is really high, by the way. I always feel like this when I play this challenge, because I expand so freaking fast that the... Oh, wait, did he find it? I hope he didn't freaking find... Like, he can... I saw Ravager's eyes. He can bile that down and just basically destroy 12 of my gateways. Okay, here we go. This is going to be a big rally. It's actually, he mined it all out himself already, which is going to make this quite interesting. Okay, so I'm going to put the rally over here. He could have the gold base as well. No, he has this base instead. Okay, so I'm going to try attack that. He does have a couple of Bailings. I do not want to be fighting against Bailings, because Bailings are absolutely terrifying. Okay, if he's not going to fight with the Bailings, then I'm going to have a good time fighting. Let's do a little bit of splitting so we can surround them and not lose everything to the Bailings. Okay, the rallies here are starting to come in handy. I do need to fall back with these. I'm going to keep making Stalkers here and just make mass Zealots for my secondary... Well, it's not even a secondary anymore. Like, it's actually just my main attacking point at this point, right? Like, most of my production is there. It's twice the amount of production that I have over here. And now I just need to keep this up, keep attacking on both sides over and over until we overwhelm him economically. I think we could actually get a decent surround. Okay, he's coming back for here now. Maybe it's a good time for me to right-click the hatchery. Let's see. I want to know if he has the gold base. I'm going to send one guy over here. That hatchery should be dying. I think, yeah, he does have a couple of Bailings. He doesn't have the gold base. And I feel like we're getting away with it this time, guys. Like, now, we were not as crazy with our units. We didn't lose as many units early on. We actually got a pretty big setup. Now it looks like he's sending his entire army over here. So then I'm going to use this reinforcement path to stay at home. And then the rest of my stuff can just keep on rallying in. Let's see, is he still attacking me? Looks like he did back off for... Oh, no, he's still here. Okay, so I should be able to fight this for a decent amount of time. Actually, I can probably kill that because I have decent upgrades, I believe. I'm going to blink forward now. My Zealots are still rallying in like crazy. Pretty decent biles. I think we're barely going to win on both fronts. And there we go. Now... I have to be honest here, guys. We were significantly ahead from the early game. Like, he really should have... I'm going to show you guys. He really should have all-in us 100%. Let me go back a little earlier. I'm not quite sure when the Glaive Adepts finished. Oh, here they were killed. Check this out. At this point, our opponent has 34 drones against 53. And he also has 5 roaches and 25 zerglings against 2 adepts and 1 zealot. Like, that's why I was spamming batteries like crazy. This was going to be a difficult hold, but instead he was droning up. Like, if this is 14 zerglings or 7 roaches, cancels the spine crawler as well. This one too. This is actually going to be quite scary. He has 3 gases, I believe. 3 gases so he can make ravages. Would have been a different hold, and that was his biggest mistake of the game. He put us really far ahead. But I definitely did like this. Like, a little bit further away. 12 gateways with 1 pylon and hitting timings a little better instead of of attacking with just 5 Zealots. This was pretty awesome. A very fast episode. Only about 20 minutes, I believe, but I still had a great time. Hope you guys had a great time as well. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you for the next one. Adios.